I'm going to be giving you information on how to move to Germany. And depending on your organization, you might even be moving to Germany for free, coming to live for free, and you're coming to have free social insurance. So if you're interested in such information, then watch the video until the end. Lovely if you subscribe. I have my little notebook here, and this is where I wrote everything so that I can give you guys accurate information. So I'm going to be talking about FSJ, they say in German, and the BFD. So this is just abbreviation for doing voluntary service in Germany. There's not much difference between the FSJ and the BFD. Basically, the difference is just that the FSJ provides these services to people who are under 27 years old. So if you're 27 and older, you cannot do this service. Whereas the BFD, this allows you to actually do these services no matter how old you are. They both start from the age of 18, sometimes 16, but mostly 18 until, you know, however old you are with the BFD now. And you are able to stay in Germany for as long as 6 months to 18 months, sometimes 24 months as well, depending on your organization. But then both of them, you can stay for 6 months to a year, where a lot of people actually do for a year. And then you can also extend depending on how your organization is. These organizations are just like, taking a gap year where you go out and then you go discover yourself, see what you want to do in life, and you actually get integrated into the, economical society. You get integrated in the country itself. You get to learn the language. You get to see exactly if what you are doing is what you really want to do. Say you wanted to become a teacher, for instance, and then you apply for this voluntary service to work in a kindergarten or in a primary school, and then you actually see to say, do you really want to become this or not? Different organizations also have different dates. Some actually do start like in April or end of the year, but the common ones usually start July, August, around that area. So what are the benefits of doing this voluntary service? Number one, you actually get pocket money. So you get pocket money from this organization, and it varies between 300 to about 550 euros that you get per month. You don't get to pay for your accommodation, and this you just have to also check out which organization you're applying for, because there are some that you have to pay and some you don't actually have to pay. So you either get an apartment where you live on your own, or you get a host family where you live in. And I feel it's actually better getting a host family because you don't spend so much. You mostly eat what they prepare, and then you have your apartment there where you stay inside, within them. They also take you along to their trips. They take you along for holiday. They You get more integrated. You learn the language. They show you around. It's really beautiful living with a host family. But if you don't like so many people and so forth, you can also have an apartment where you live on your own. This still all just depends on the organization that takes you in. You also get social insurance. Your insurance will be covered. And if you are a minor, you're younger, you also get child money. And if I'm not mistaken, if you have a child, you can also get child money, but then that's also for more research. I'm not very sure about that. When you get into this organization, you are able to attend seminars, and in these seminars, you meet people from all other organizations or the same organization, but then like the umbrella under it, where you meet up for like an entire week. You have a seminar. It's really beautiful. You get to learn a lot of things. You get to see a lot of people play games, do a lot of stuff. So it's really that's like the best part. I enjoyed the seminars the most because yes, I did do the the voluntary service as well. The good thing about these seminars also, not to forget, they also help you integrate into the system. If you are done with your service and you feel like you want to take up a job, these recommendations and the fact that you actually did the seminars, you are able to actually get a job or be in the system much quicker, because every seminar you get a recommendation or you get a certificate that you have attended a seminar, which is actually either about the politics of the country, or we also had like first aid and stuff like that. So you can get all these certificates and you can use them to apply further. So basically, you can work in school, so primary school, high school, kindergarten. You can work in old age homes where you take care of, where the old people are. You can work in mental unstable organizations or hospitals and so forth, where you help out with these mentally unstable people. And you can also work with the disabled people as well. So these are the areas where one actually get to work in. So these are the requirements. For such social services, mainly what they want is humanity. They want you more than what you can, like the certificate or the degrees you own. They want mainly you yourself as a person. So you need to be able to work with people. You need to be a kind person. You need to be patient, because remember you're working in these areas with people, so it's like a social service. So you need to be patient, you need to be fully in, you need to be invested. And working in Germany, the system is very strict when it comes to like giving it your all. So whether you're volunteering, you have to give it your all. It doesn't matter what you're doing or what position you have, you need to give it your all. And only by doing that can you also get like good recommendations in case you want to further your stay in Germany, or you plan on, traveling abroad and going to apply for something else. So this will actually give you a good recommendation depending on your input. And they also require you to have completed your compulsory school. So basically, like grade 10 or grade 12. So the requirements when it comes to language, because I'm sure everybody is now wondering, am I supposed to learn the language? Yes, you're supposed to learn the language, but it's not as strict as when you are getting a job or you are going to school. So you need at least A1, but also getting an A2 or B1, you just, further your chances of actually being, taken by this organization. So why is it actually good doing this voluntary service in Germany? Number one, while you're doing the voluntary service, you are able to go on vacation. So you get 26 days of vacation in the entire year, and you can, travel around. Also, while you're doing this service, you are able to find, other opportunities, so that if your plans are to stay, you're actually able to refine your language. And some organizations also take you to school so that you can like further your language. So that's already a plus. And, get integrated, make new friends. Yeah, important. You can also, during this time you're doing your voluntary service, you can also let you can also give out your documents or your certificates so that they can be evaluated, because sometimes it takes a while. So you can give it in that time so that they process it, and by the time you're done, you actually have all your documents already collected, and you can find a job, or you can go for school or do a training. So where do you apply for this voluntary service? You have different types of organizations that are actually, providing these services, and I'm going to put the links below so that you can, just go straight to the link. And they're always, looking for people. There are spaces for people who are already in Germany, and there are spaces for people who are coming outside of Germany. All you have to do is just go on their website, um, look for what they are looking for, what the requirements they need, and if you meet that, send in your CVs, and you know let the process go. So the number one thing you have to do, you need to start learning your German. If you already do not speak German, it can take up to 3 to 6 months basically to get your A2 properly polished. Watch your movies in German with English subtitles. Start watching YouTube videos in German. Start do your research. Go to the Goethe Institute and study there if you'd want. And then number two, while you're studying, you need to be working on your CV. And yes, it has to be in German. You work on your CV, and you also work on your cover letter. Mostly they also want a cover letter, the way you need to talk about who you are, why you need to be regarded in this voluntary service, why they need to choose you and stuff like that. Some organization ask you to actually give like a video of yourself, of what you do on a daily basis and stuff like that. Apply to as many as possible, and every time you apply, don't forget to change your cover letter according to the organization you are sending it to. As they start responding, you need to evaluate your benefits. Like, do they pay for your flight to travel to Germany? Do they pay for your accommodation? Do they pay for your social services? Because organizations actually differ. Just make sure that they take care of all those things so you don't get stranded. And if you also have some free times, engage yourself in social activities. You either go volunteer at a school, at a primary school, at a kindergarten, in the hospital, old age home. Even if you just do like 1 week at each place, this will actually give you boost your applications, because this book can give you recommendations. You can go to Katera Hospital and just tell them that, okay, I'm a student, or I'm just free and I feel like I want to volunteer for this week, just for 1 week. You go there, what can I help with, or where can I observe? And then you do that, and after that you get a recommendation. This is actually easy. You go to old age homes, you go to charity homes, and then you can volunteer so that you can get some of this knowledge, and you prepare yourself of what you're coming to do. And yeah, once you have followed all of those steps, you are basically done. You start with your preparations, and then you sign your contract. You make sure you read your contract properly, and you will in no time you'll find yourself in Germany, just like a joke. Things can actually just happen. This can take you for up to 6 months to a year, depending on how fast you are with learning the language, and how you are good at doing research, because mainly it depends on you yourself. I can just give you so much, and that's basically it. And guys, please subscribe, please subscribe, because it just gives me more motivation to actually do more research and bring all of this information to you guys. Yeah, because I'm seeing in the analytics that apparently 60% of the people watching my videos did not subscribe. So please, guys, it will not cost you anything. Just, press that subscribe button. So yeah, we've come to the end of this video, and I hope you have taken something from it. If you found it useful, please give it a thumbs up. And if you have any questions, don't forget to comment down below. If need be, I might make another video of how my um, social year went and how I applied and how I got everything, just to give you, an overview of how everything actually worked. So, ciao, auf Wiedersehen.